I'm sorry, Tyler, but no, I can't marry you. Sarah lowered her gaze from his hopeful eyes to where he knelt in a flower bed, crushing a patch of her mother's pink petunias. It was the worst possible time for him to ask her, as it was just before she was to leave the country. Awkward, too, since she'd asked Tyler to walk with her in order to break off their relationship for good this time. She stared down at the oversized gray sweatpants she wore and shoved her hands into the matching hoodie, her long blonde hair falling across her face. She would let him down gently. As she took a breath to explain herself, he snapped open the lid of a small blue velvet box and caught her wrist, endeavoring to thrust the case into her hand. "Just look at it." His eyes entreated her. "I picked out a diamond you'll love. Of course, it's smaller than I'd like, but someday when I take over your family business—" He coughed, his cheeks reddening. "Anyway, it will mean a lot to me if you'd wear it." Sarah took a step back and snatched her hand away. She could feel a headache brewing. Wait, Tyler planned on taking over her father's drilling company? When had that been discussed? He knew nothing about the oil business, always saying that working on the rigs her father owned was too dangerous. Her parents liked her boyfriend, but for him to think he'd take over the company her father had spent his lifetime building was presumptuous. Just like Tyler expecting she'd marry him after casually dating for a mere 2 months. She stared at him in shock. "We don't have to set a date yet," he continued, jumping up to knock the dirt from his faded jeans. "Why don't you wear the ring as a promise? We can discuss dates, our future, later when you get back from Italy." "It's no good," Sarah protested. "I've told you several times I'm not ready for this. I won't agree to marry you or accept your ring." A sudden movement caused Sarah to glance toward the house where she caught sight of Jim. He was one of the gardeners who'd been with her parents since they bought the estate near Edmonton, Alberta. The man peered at them over a hedge he was trimming. Catching her eye, he ducked out of sight. "How long do you need?" Tyler persisted, oblivious to all but his insistence that Sarah accept his proposal. "I love you, Sarah." Sarah sighed. "Yes, you've been telling me that for a while now, but you won't consider the fact that I don't love you." She felt as though she were being harsh, but enough was enough. She didn't want to lead him on any longer, and he wouldn't take no for an answer. "We've known one another almost 2 years now and dated for a few months, but even you have to admit we are more like friends than anything. We don't have what it takes to be married." She moved away from him and began walking toward the house. "You've got to stop this. Honestly, Tyler, I don't think you love me as much as you imagine you do either," she muttered.